All right, guys, we are live. This is the RGN EU Intercontinental. We've got Fatal versus Data. That is on the schedule for our first match. I am sprawled by my side, the one and only Ricky Wrath. It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
I know it's been a while since I've been on the cast. It's an early morning here in North America, but I'll let you take this one away as we're jumping right into things.
We are right into the pistol round. We're on cash right now. This is the first map in our best of 3. And like you said, we are already live in the pistol round here. We do see it is going to be an A side play, Data on the T side as Fatal starting off on that CT side. So this is Data's map choice. And we're going to see if this A push is going to work out. So far, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. We make it 2-for-1 as all the CTs dropping. Only Koki Smokey and Dryzy left alive here.
I cannot wait to butcher these Euro names, man.
I know,
It's
right?
going to be great. But the CT's retaking, picking up one Koki Smokey, moving towards site. The bomb is planted. P&K picks up one with the Glock there to defend strong from site. It's all up to Dryzy. That's already started. But he moves into the site and gets taken down promptly. And if you're in chat, feel free to just blatantly insult me or correct my butchering of these names, as I don't cast very much, so I'm not too up to date.
Yeah, we're gonna attempt a roster rundown here. So I'm gonna go down Fatal. So I'm gonna go with Dryz, just because, or Dryzy. We'll go with Dryzy. We'll add the E on the end, make that phonetic. Peaky J, U Crow, D Show, and Koki Smokey. How about Data?
And for Data, it's Vix, the Jolar, Boyaka, PNK, and Kalik. I also want to give a big shout out to the CSGO studio, or the Game Show studio, who is doing our Russian language stream today. So a big shout out to them. You can check them out on Twitch TV/GSstudio_CSGO if you are a Ruski. And good evening to you guys. But moving into the eco round here, a couple upgraded pistols for the CTs, a 5.7 here and there, and a CZ with armor and head armor. I want to point that out, so that will take a little bit of hurt off of those Galils. And starting off the round is U-Crow. Boyka returning right back with a Tech 9 kill. The action starting to happen around mid. Kalik watching the A main hall right now as two CTs remain inside there defending, but the terrorists working their way up mid slowly, looking to find another pick here. Deadlocked at 4 apiece right now with 40 seconds left in the round. P and K with the bomb outside B. It looks like the play is going there. Dryzy is there, hiding behind the box outside B. He's going to spot out a few terrorists here and make that early call. He gets 2 with the pistol. Boyaka and P and K return right back. They will get the bomb planted, so all is not lost in economy land as Boyaka picks up one more, and it's a 2v1. Peaky J with head armor and a Galil moves up into heaven. Oh, he finds a headshot in the back of sight on P and K. It's a 1v1. Boyaka has the bomb planted, half of his HP left, and Peaky J is going to drop from heaven, head towards B main, push into site. He spots out Boyaka and Checker, I think, and he's just going to run on the site, play the bomb a little bit here. Boyaka's going to fire a few shots, take Peaky J down to 73. Time ticking away. Peaky J just cannot play this right. It is checkmate for him as Boyaka picks up the kill and the round. Data just barely hanging on to that one. Boyaka got 4 on that, and we'll see it here on our replay. That was great stuff from him there to play that bomb timer perfectly.
Yeah, came up big for his team there. Not exactly the anti-eco that Data was hoping for in that, well, they won the round, but with one player left, that is lots of damage to their economy. That being said, Fatal, they did have armor and upgrade pistols across the board. But this round, we see 4 out mid already. CT's pushing up. Vix is going to get the first one as they are able to fire back. 3 frags out for the T's as they are able to actually push through here, but still have Kalik alive. He's going to finish things off, so 2 frags on that eco round. Not too bad, but we'll see here as this is the rifle round that Fatal's been waiting for. This is their first kind of challenge after that pistol round, as they tried to make it work in that force up with the pistols and armor, but we're only able to get 4, and I kind of wish in that, not the round last, but the one previous to that, that they tried to push that guy on site together, but falling into checkered, one died without the other alive, and or rather there to help out and trade. Nonetheless, we are in our first rifle round here.
That's kind of the disadvantage of losing an eco buy like that, is everyone on the CT, or 3 or 4 of them don't have head armor. And the terrorists still left for want for guns. They have a Galil, a few AKs, but having that head armor is so important there. But already at 4 apiece here left on the board. Make that 3 as Ryzen and Vix bo3 kills. The bomb headed towards bomb site B. Vix is going to plant that right in the middle of site. Boyaka holding off the flank from mid. Just lurking around, getting some kills there. He's dropped to 28 HP, but not before he picks up the CT there, making that a 3v2 in favor of Data defending from site. The CTs at this point, do you save Sprawl or do you go for it?
Yeah, it's a rough call. They do have a kit on Peaky J over here, but by the angle he's holding, looks like they are going to fall off, save those weapons, but being a 4-0 score line on the T side, that's always a great feeling, especially on a map like Cash, where you can get away with, honestly, 5 or 6 can be a comfortable feeling. So this early in the half, they're already up 4-0. Fatal needs to come back with something, but obviously this is the map pick for Data, so you kind of expect that they realize they're going to be starting on that T side. They're going to come in strong, but definitely Fatal needs to respond here. We've got Koki Smokey with 0 frags on the board at the moment, so we need a little bit of life from that lineup, but luckily for Fatal, this is a best of 3, so it's not a one and done. We've got another map or even 2 in store, as Dust 2 is Fatal's map pick, so we'll see. Regardless how this one goes, we'll be able to go in there, but already Peaky J will be on the bench. He tried to push into A main and actually got dropped midway through as he was still in the smoke to tease out side of A main very quick. So we'll see what happens next. We've got Crow is alive and well inside of A site. Only 5-7 in hand though, so not very equipped. He does have Koki Smokey from A highway here, but at the moment he's just kind of hovering around the bomb outside of mid, working some slow picks, and they've managed to get one. We'll see if P&K does spot out D-Show. Is at Sandbags. Will get that frag, and now it's up to the CTs as it looks like Koki Smokey trying to get aggressive here.
Not kind of a slow start to the round for the T's there. They haven't really asserted themselves with the bomb. Like, they've left it by their spawn. They win the round via elimination. So they kind of deathmatch their way, inch peeking every corner. They deathmatch their way through that round, not really focusing on the objective. So perhaps that's showing Data has a little confidence right now. They're not too worried about rushing the site, setting up, getting the bomb down. They're just going through the motions right now. They're headed towards A, peeking every corner, peeking in sight. They get the kills, and Fatal is on another eco.
Yep, they're on another eco here. They've got a couple of upgraded pistols. They're going for another mid play. We've got all 5 of the CTs pushed up mid right now. They have breached through the smoke. BNK will be waiting for at least one of them, and actually Jalar gets one as I believe Crow was attempting to boost over, but yeah, didn't work out. Now they've fallen back. We've got 2 of the CTs now working towards A site. Calic's actually going to get into a duel here as Peaky J tries to utilize that CZ75. Is it going to work out, though? Tries, he's still alive inside of A site, but it does look like we're going to have a rotate from the T's all the way over to the B site as D-Show looks to hold from heaven.
Vix moving out of the site. The retake game for the CTs. How long have they been doing this? I mean, they have pistols, so you can just go for it, see what you can salvage out of it. Jolar, Katic, they're both, or Calic, pardon me, they're both pretty low. So perhaps they can salvage a couple guns from this, kind of besieging the site from the outside, waiting for that bomb to explode. Maybe being able to hem some of these terrorists in, but Dryce is going to get caught from behind a mid by Calic, and Boyka takes down Koki the Smokey. D-Show goes down as well. That's Boyka picking up 2 there at the end of the round, and that will bring his total score to 8 and 2. Going into round number 7 there. Data up 6-0. Fatal not really able to get the ball rolling on anything right now. They will have a buy, and interestingly enough, Sprawl Koki Smokey now with the AWP. Still laying an egg, but now's his chance.
Yeah, now's his chance, and he's going to need to come up big here as 6-0 is not a good scoreline for the CTs at all. We're 7 rounds in, and they've yet to pick up a round here, so it does look like we're going to have a quick B-side play. Dryzy tries to put them down, but only puts a little bit of damage onto Vix, so already pushing inside a sight here. We're going to have Koki Smokey trying to get that op frag, but is smoked off the CT connector. D-Show will be on the bench as he tries to get aggressive through mid. Buyaka finally gets dropped there by Crow. Now Crow attempting to breach through vents into checkered, but you see Koki Smokey actually made his way all the way. He was heaven at one point. Now he's pushed all the way through mid. He's hoping to get a flank in, but PKJ get a little bit of damage onto Vix. Will get a frag onto Jolar. But at this point, doesn't really matter as they will get some frags. But the bomb will tick away. Koki Smokey with his AWP in hand will get a save off, but still yet to get a frag.
7-0. So many of these rounds have been objective as well. So look at the money. That is 5-digit bank at the end of that round going into the buy time for Data. As to where Fatal still struggling. Koki Smokey, no kills yet. Couldn't get one with the AWP. Not quite sure what style Fatal plays, but you want to give that to the hot-handed player. And I know a lot of teams are starting to do that, where you won't have your daddy opping if he's not doing well and somebody else is with it. But Vix, Kalik holding on to the bomb, pretty much in T-spawn outside B. Jolar getting the first kill this round, picking off PKJ, and Ukro from site returns back to make that 4 apiece. Now out mid comes PNK. He takes down D-Show, and now the advantage going in the way of Data again. Something we've seen over and over this game, as to where Data is just winning these trade battles. And in mid, Boyaka, he takes down Ukro to a measly 8 HP, and the B take is on for Kalik and his teammates. Smoke's going down, and I imagine the bot plant will follow up here.
Yep, Smokey's going to be on the bench as well. Drops that AWP up in heaven. And we're going to see Boyaka get a nice frag there onto Crow. Dryzy, last one alive in this 1v4. Highly unlikely he's going to retake. We'll see if he can get an exit frag as Kalik will peek out. That should be a freebie. It certainly is, but now as he tries to fall back, Dryzy will get dropped, and 8-0 is the scoreline. Data they're not playing around, so a little bit of history on these teams. They are both ESC open teams, but both doing fairly well in their own right, as we've got Data. They're 7-0 in open, and Fatal is 8-0. So both with a flawless record. Can't go wrong with that, but as of now, it's only Data with a flawless scoreline. It's going to be another eco here from the CTs.
Yeah, they're just bunching themselves up in mid, right outside that T entrance, and trying to get in that lethal range of the pistols right now. And at this point, it's Fatal. If you're really not feeling confident, you just kind of take the rest of this map to feel out which players are playing good, and you kind of write it off and find things that will work for the next two, because, you know, they lose this one, and then all of a sudden they lose one more. It's all over for them. But Dryza did get the AK-47. PKJ and D-Show both still looking for weapons. PKJ taken down by Jolar, just padding them stats. He's at 10-3 now. Pardon me, 8-5. I'm looking at PNK. He's at 10-2. And Boyaka at 10-3 right now. Dryza is at 7-8. He is doing quite well for his team, but Koki Smokey still. He's almost at the, if he didn't have that assist, he'd be 007 right now. But D-Show still looking for a weapon here. Dryza is going to be very happy to save that AK-47 going into the next round. The economy for Fatal, as you can guess, is not very good right now.
Yeah, not at all. And Dryzy hoping to get away with his AK. It looks like he will be able to save, as the hunt is not completely on. They're walking in his direction, but I don't think they'll make it there in time. Actually, PNK might be able to, boosting up and over. Ooh, this could be the end here. Yep, gonna get the peek in, and that's the frag. No saved weapon for the CTs, and not a good spot for them. They do have plenty of money, as the loss bonus will accumulate over time, especially if you're not kind of fully, obviously they've been fully equipping, but leaving themselves with, like we can see here, they have fully bought, but they still have 1,300 in the bank. That plus the loss bonus, you get plenty. So never a good spot to be in as the CT side, utilizing that full loss bonus. So we are in round number 10. 9-0 is our scoreline. Bomb is outside of A main for the team, but you see Boyaka on the B side of the map. He's got an AWP in hand. He's smoked off for the moment, but it does look like a picks play from RT side.
I'm liking this from Boyaka right now, just to hold off any sort of B push. At this point, you're kind of expecting the CTs to play a little unhinged right now. Nothing seems to be working. They might try something really strange here. PKJ in mid is going to get an op frag here. That's a big pickup for Fatal.
Yeah, certainly. And now with the man advantage, this is looking a little bit promising for the CT side. The bomb is heading over to the B site, but we still have a couple players. Jolar looking inside of A main, Vix from mid, but coming into checkered right now, we see Boyaka already AWP in hand. He's pushing into the site. He's got the bomb to his right, and we will get their first pick in. Crow gets Vix on the other side of the map, but Jolar finally fires back. PKJ with one. Now it's a 1v2 where Boyaka should be able to get the bomb down, but nope. Crow puts an end to that, and that's the first round on the board for Fatal. Very important that they finally return the call, as they need to get quite a few in a row. Even at a 9-6 half where they win out the rest of this half, it's still not a very good scoreline for them moving over to that T side.
Oh my god. Fatal won a round, and we all know what happens when you lose one after lose one after winning one after losing 9. You're gonna have no money. Was that sentence as confusing as I thought it was?
No, I think you're good.
Okay,
You're
I think I'm good. 5 AKs for Data. They're gonna try and fill out mid here. The CT is well armed and often has PKJ, so it's Smokey no longer trusted with that weapon. Disho picking up 2 in mid. Ukro getting another. Boyka trading back, but Dries is there with an answer. And the final kill. Fatal will win their second in a row. And perhaps there is a light at the end of the tunnel right now for the CTs, as suddenly 9-6 looks pretty appealing for those guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's best case scenario right now, so we'll see if they can make it happen here. That mid presence worked out, as we saw a couple players from the T side try to work over toward vents and get dropped by some aggressive CTs, so we'll see if they opt to go for that once again. It does look like D-Show is pushing up towards vents, so we've got a bit of a mid presence. Boyaka is on the other side of that boost, but the bomb is in A main. You do see Crow boosting up to Shroud spot here. Now Koki Smokey still with 0 frags on the board. We'll see if he can help out, as he's going to be playing near quad. Does look like we will have an A-side play here eventually, but it's actually going to be a long rotate from the CTs. Crow and Koki Smokey going to have to go big here, as it does look like they're opting to push into site. PKJ with the first one. Crow gets the second. The firing back are the T's, and the site is now completely clear. PKJ now still alive, actually a truck. So we won't be able to find anything right away, but this is going to be a 2v2, as he does get a second frag of the round.
Yeah, the retake game now for the CTs. Jolar and Boyka both so low. This grenade, or any grenade, can do a lot of damage there. He's brought down to 10 HP. Oh, but return fire. A Hail Mary grenade from Drysa, or onto Drysa, takes him down to 6 HP. Another grenade in backside at quad will take down Jolar, and Drysa's there to clean up. Fatal. Where did this team come from? You switch up the weapons, you switch up the roles. Look at that. 3 kills for PKJ with the AWP. That's not a coincidence.
Nope, it's not, and we need some individual play, obviously, from the Fatal lineup, and that's what we're seeing here, as individually they are starting to wake up, and we can see on the scoreboard it is now 9-3. They've got 3 in a row, and they're finally pushing the economy of Data, but the issue now is that although if they win this round, if it was kind of back and forth, maybe Data would be on an eco, but they're going to have a pretty decent loss bonus 4 rounds in a row that they've lost. So they should be able to buy it next round regardless, but as of now, PKJ opening up with a nice frag onto PNK. So with the man advantage here, we'll see if they can put their 4th on the board. Again, fighting from being down this far, never a fun feeling, but Jolar putting down Crow. That's going to even things out. Bomb is down on the B side of the map, but we do have a presence over near Squeaky. That's going to be Boyaka. He's got his AWP, hasn't spotted out anything yet. Ooh, he might be able to get a shot onto PKJ here, and actually does get that frag, so crucial opening from Data as now a 4v3.
they really split mid here at the terrace, and they're in a good spot to take back some of this momentum now, as mid is such an important part of this map on Bcash. But Koki Smokey, even he's hitting shots now, and that will bring the score. His first one of the match, and Kalik and Boyaka also getting kills here, and that will open up the site. Drysa, right now, the top fragger for the CTs, has a 1v3 retake. The money situation is still pretty tight for Fatal, so perhaps he will err on the side of caution here and aim for that 10-5 score at half, as Fatal only has 3 rounds right now, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for the retake at all. So that was a great play there, Sprawl. They just worked mid so well, cut off all of the reinforcements pretty much for the CTs there by gaining that map control, and then they just took a very methodically, and now they will retreat. Bomb ticking away, it will go off, and they will continue to build on their already large lead.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, they're in a great spot on the T side, and this is Data's map choice, so hence their strong T side, as obviously if you pick a map, the other team, you get to choose the side, so you kind of expect you're going to fall onto that T side. You have some strats prepped and ready. Never want to obviously pick a map that you're not prepared on. So Data showing that they can show up on T side of Cash 10-3. It's a great scoreline for them regardless of how the rest of this half plays out. But right now we're going to have already Koki Smokey. He was able to get his first frag of the match. Missed it unfortunately, but he's going to get dropped early on. Dryzy on the B side of the map as well will go down. So bomb is in mid main at the moment. We've got Crow now pushing up from Highway. Actually, that flashbang completely saved Jolar's life as he booked it out mid, made it all the way to Vents, but fully blind was Crow, wasn't able to take advantage of that play. We've got the bomb in a main, but 2 players for the T's are pushed inside a B site, so they've given some attention over there, but Crow dropping one of the players. We do have Vix, though, opening up this A site, and now the bomb heading on in. It's all up to PKJ and Crow, as they do not want to let any more rounds go. PKJ realizing that there's a player near that B site. Jolar will be on the bench. Headshot by PKJ, but 8 HP on him, and that's going to be a difficult situation as they attempt to retake here.
I think that, yeah, they're actually going to go for this retake, and I guess it's the last round coming up, and they got to go all in here, so it's all going to come out in the wash as Ukro looks to take the site, and he is dispatched in short order by PNK. And that will give Data 11-3. That's an 8-round lead here going into the last round of the first half. And looking at our scoreboard real quick, PKJ 11-11, Drysid 10-11, Boyaka though 16-7. He's the top fragger right now for the T's. Vix the bottom fragger for Data at 7-8, and 1-11 for Koki Smokey. Unfortunate for him, but not a lot of depth production right now from those lower fraggers on Fatal's side. There is 1 kit in the hands of PKJ, and that will pretty much be it. Otherwise, it's a force up for the CTs. Not quite sure why they didn't save for last round there as a UMP, a FAMAS, and upgraded pistols for the CTs.
And we just saw the attempted running boost from PKJ, attempted to get it, and those boxes right outside of A main. I call it Shroud Spot, but some people call me North American. I definitely am. What can you do? Got the bomb right outside of B halls at the moment. D-Show hitting a nice 1D there on Jolar, holding a great angle towards Vents in mid. So that's an early pick for the CTs. D-Show not getting greedy and going for the weapon. He's just going to fall back with his deagle now at Sandbags. And Buyaka hunting for him. Going to get that frag. But on the A side of the map, we've got Kalik pushing out from A main. Gets a frag, now falls back. 12 HP on him, but crucial opening as it looks like the T's actually opting to head for B. Koki Smokey, though, coming up huge with 2 big frags. That's what they need to see from him, as those are going to put him at 3 frags on the board right now. So 2 big ones from him, and it's going to be all up to Buyaka, as Tech9 in hand actually might make it work here. He's put down 2 players in a 1v1 now. PKJ got 5 seconds, and he's not going to be able to make it to the bomb plant. So PKJ is going to win by default, and it will be an 11-4 halftime score. as Data could not have hoped for a better T side.
Peaky J, almost 20 kills in one half. You know you're having a good day when that happens. Closest to him is PNK at 14. 13 for Jolar, Calic at 10. Vix at 7 frags still. And we're just going to wait for all the players to ready up, and we will get into our second half here on Dcash, the first map in this best of 3 series. And so far, Fatal, unless they have some great strats up their sleeve, I mean, it was, I believe it was Data's map pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is Data's map pick, so next one will be Dust 2, which is Fatal's map pick, and then Mirage is our third one, where if we make it that far, it'll be a knife for side. So yeah, this is Data's map pick, so it's expected that they're going to do well on their own map, but maybe not expected that they do that well on the T side.
So this is our first tournament for Europe. And, we are fortunate to have such a great community. We almost had a heart attack here today when everyone showed up earlier on time. We're like, what's going on? Like, what game is this? We're definitely used to another breed of CS player. So thank you to the EU community who are tuning in. We hope to bring you a lot of more coverage over the pond. And I believe we have, after this map, Haas stepping in so you can hear somebody with an accent, because if you have an accent, it sounds like you're smart. So everyone loves a European accent. So we'll wait for him to get in here after this game, and I will be stepping out. But thank you for having me today as well.
For sure. No, always a pleasure. Like I was saying before, it's been a while, and we do have, after this best of 3, another best of 3. It's going to be Online Bots versus Imperial Dragons. So we've got plenty of content on the schedule for today, but we're live here in the second pistol round. Data looking to, hopefully for them at least, close this out, as this pistol round would be huge for them. On the other side, Fatal got a large hill to climb, and starts with this pistol round. So at the moment, we do see 3 of the terrorists grouping up back of B Halls. D-Show looking like he's going to be the one to lead that charge, but Koki, Smokey, and Crow, they've smoked out mid, and Uyaka, though, puts them down from vent, stopping the push way before it begins.
Oh, man.
And all the headshots are landed. That nade is going to say, see you later, as Fatal. That was a devastating blow in the form of a pistol round.
You don't come back from something like that. That was just, holy lord. It couldn't have actually gone worse for the team.
I don't think, unless there was a suicide, it couldn't have gone worse.
They didn't get a single kill.
No, and it was all headshots. Actually, I think it was 4 headshots and a grenade kill. So they had, they tried to work. It was actually not a bad strategy. The problem was Data was completely prepared for it. They had a player in vents with, he was not missing any shots. So we do have an A main push as they're coming out quickly here, just trying to see if they can storm the site. And as of now, they will get 1 frag, but make it 2 actually. Dryzy, last one alive, will be forced to reload and put down. So another triple kill there from Buyaka. And we're here in round 18. Data looking to run away with the first map, 13-4.
He's at 24 kills now. A play like that, that's 2 3Ks in a row for him. So he's just looking great right now. Trying to get on those, high on that stat board. Just picking on Fatal right now. As we move into round number 18. He's at 24 kills already. And that's only round number 2 or 3 of the second half here. Jolar picks up 2 with the M4. And it is looking like lights out right now for the T's as Data is about to collect their 14th round. Jolar in mid. Just, destroying Calic with the double grenade from vent. That was a great throw there. Perfect ricochet. Perfect landing. Stuck it. And got the double kill there, Calic. That's just adding insult to injury, my friend.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would nade again, and this is looking rough here. You would think for Fatal that they would hope to, at this point, maybe not win out and actually win the map, but they want to get some points on the board, so at least moving into that second map, it's not just all Data in terms of momentum. They want to have at least a little bit going for themselves, as if not, they need to have a very short memory moving into Dust 2. Just count it like a best of 1. We're just moving into Dust 2, only focus on Dust 2. That is their map choice. They'll be able to start on the side they so choose, and we're going to see the run boost.
Beautiful.
For Data on A. So Booyaka's boosted up already. We'll see if they decide to check here. 4 players, 2 from Squeaky, 2 from Main, and make it 1. 2 players down from Main, and now they will finally trade, but that is all she wrote, as the only player that goes down is Booyaka, and he got that double kill from the boost spot. So 15-4 the score line. Data looking to close this out very convincingly.
That's just the play you sit in a server for an hour with your buddy at night when you're done your scrims and you don't really know what's you're gonna do for the rest of the night. Let's jump in a server and practice a run boost for an hour, and that's what it looks like. That was so effective, and just little things, little nuances in your play you can practice like that really kind of give you an edge here. As Kalik gets the opening pick with an AWP from mid. D-Show on the bench for perhaps what is the rest of this map, as PKJ, Koki, Smokey, and Ukro all hanging out around mid. The bomb is thrown down on the ground. Drysa over at the A-hall by Squeaky. Has Vix just on the other side of the wall of him. But in mid, Koki, Smokey looking for a pick. The smoke goes down, and they will see nothing, as perhaps PKJ will look over mid here. Getting a little peeky in mid as he spots a couple shots. Doesn't really do any damage, and he will fall off and go towards A main. Drysa in, Squeaky ready to spring. Boyaka reading the play, and he will jump right up onto highway, get towards a angle here to pick A main, as I'm pretty sure the CTs are confident it's going to be A, and PNK will be able to rotate quick from mid, and in come the terrorists, out come the bullets. Boyaka picks up 2, Vix gets another, and Ukro finally trading out is all left up to him. The game rests on his shoulder. He picks up Vix, but he's got 3 more CTs to go. It is going to have to be an ace victory with 41 HP and a Galil to his name to do it, and there you have it. From Forklift, PNK puts map 1 in the books, and that is 16-4 for Data.
Yeah, they're looking really strong here, and although I expect Fatal to be